you can see the energy. And I watched the video, you and your friend, you can see your teacher's energy. Can you share more on this? How can I learn or practice on this? Uh,
Right. So there's tons of
uh,
ways. You might have seen the video where I talk about looking at your hand simply,
yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that one.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Sometimes you can
Uh,
have a person standing next to a wall, for example, but for you, having a setting where you can have someone in your space. So if you have anyone in your house and you're just like eating dinner together,
okay,
give yourself time to just look at that person. Whether like they're doing something
okay.
or you go out. For example, you're gonna sit in a park on a
Uh,
bench and you're just gonna look at people. But
mm,
try to be in space where you have someone to look at
mm,
and without too many interruptions. Because one of the strongest and I think like most important things about the energy and seeing it is maintaining
mm,
that neutral state. Meaning, when we get excited, like, yeah, I see it, it's gonna disappear. Because you just
okay.
shifted the state that allowed you to see it. If we're trying to see the energy, but we're not feeling too good, or there's something in the back, like you're sitting in the park, you're looking at people, you're doing the work, but you've parked the car somewhere where you might get a ticket, you're going to be worrying about the
Mm.
ticket and you will not be able to see the energy. So you have to like try
Okay,
to
okay,
be in a state where, you won't be interfered with, or at least you can calmly sit and just practice perception. Now,
okay.
practicing perception, like, with the visuals, it's all the sounds, anything in our environment, and seeing the energy works with people, but also nature. So even if you have no people in your
Mm,
space or you would like to practice from something smaller, try a plant in
mm,
your house. Try going out and looking at the tree or something. And you will notice
mm,
that, let's say you're trying to be in this neutral state and just
mm.
look without blinking. It's like that contest of
Without blinking,
without
the
blinking.
eyes
Yes,
without
without
blinking.
blinking.
Okay, without blinking for how long?
It
Okay,
doesn't
okay,
have
I
to be
try, I try, I try.
it doesn't have to be for hours. It's one of the more challenging things, and I don't say like it's the only way. But there are
Okay,
groups of people who practice this, and sometimes like it's just a minute. Like that blinking contest. It's like, okay, let's see who's not
okay,
gonna blink for 10 seconds, for 20 seconds, for 30
okay,
seconds. Um,
okay,
you don't have to make it for hours. It doesn't have to be that. But just
okay.
neutral state and to look at something, and even if you blink, don't worry about it. Blinking is not part of that equation that will make you see the energy. But for a lot of people, they will have an easier time if they don't blink because it's just full focus and concentration. But it's not the part of the constant that will make you see stuff. Even if you blink, um, you can like just
Mm,
focus on looking at something. So whether it is a plant or a tree or the person, try to have your thing, like your attention on one thing. So it's not like focusing
mm.
on the whole forest or all the trees or all the people in the park.
Okay.
Just choose one specific being or a tree and try to look at them again. No intentions, no nothing, no certain feeling states.
Good.
Just try to stay neutral. Just look, just
Mm,
perceive. And for a lot of people, they get visuals in a way like where you see the body, but there's going to be another layer that looks like looking through gas, or like you're in a desert and there's this mirage and like there's something
mm,
behind them, but it looks kind of weird. It's kind of like having a see-through like
mm,
field. So it's like you're looking and seeing everything the way you normally do, but it's like someone adds a layer as if you were looking through a plastic bag or something. You can still see
mm,
everything perfectly, but it's as if like the window was a bit dirtier, or like there is this layer that you start seeing. So that's how some people see, but for others, colors might be different. Like you will start seeing auras, you will start seeing changes, or you might see more orbs and stuff. So like really, I would even like, one suggestion is just to be out there and look at people or your surroundings. But another thing, it doesn't have to
mm,
be always on your eyes. For some
mm,
people, it's just like staying in a state because you're working on yourself. you're doing the spiritual work, you're clearing a lot of things from your space, your frequency is changing, meaning that by nature, who you are and what you're doing allows you to be tuned in to more. It's like that radio knob. You're turning it on and moving it to the point where it's not just this reality you want to perceive, because a lot of people will block it out because they don't want issues, they don't want to see entities, they don't want to be scared. You're opening it up. You want to do something more with your life. So even that decision that you would like to perceive more, you would like to see energy, turns that knob, turns that frequency into a different level. And another thing that you might try to do is take a photo. Even like, so now you can be in the neutral state or feeling really good in life, but that changes your frequency into, it's different. And you're tuned into that perception. So depending where you are, whether you're in nature in the park or you're around people or, you have your family around and you're just feeling like, you can even do some work and do this soul fragment retrieval or just like to get some energy and to feel like in that strong aspect. And then you pull out your phone and just take a photo of your surroundings. Just one photo, another photo, for example. Now, for some people, it will be a normal photo. Nothing changes. But for others, all of a sudden things change because there is an energy shield in the photo, physically. The physical photo, was like, digital photo on your phone changes. So you will start seeing more layers around people. There might be an orb in a background, meaning like, you might not see anything by nature, but you take a photo and there's something in the background that stands out. There's an orb now. For some people, there are entities and elementals in the forest, or maybe a Sasquatch or something. So like really depends, your eyes might not catch everything, but the phone device might, or the other way around. So like it's really depends
phone,
depends
okay.
on your perception.